Welcome. My name is Thomas. I'm here to share in this video a conversation about my mentorship and coaching business and what you get if you decide to join me on your journey to starting a career and a business inside the tax preparation industry is what I'm talking about inside this video. And so I'm going to talk about a wide range of things when it comes to my mentorship and coaching program and all the things that you'll get if you decide to do business with me. And I understand that there's so many people out here on the internet who are selling similar services when it comes to coaching and mentorship, when it comes to help you start your own tax preparation journey. And that's going to be different for everyone, and that's understandable. But you must be careful of the people that's out here because, unfortunately, everyone don't have their best intentions when it comes to helping you get started and really have you to build a solid foundation for success. That's just the realities of the world we live in. So I have to say that as just to be honest and straight about what's out there in the marketplace. We already can see from the marketing messages that's out there that everybody's trying to sell you on how to make six figures with zero experience or with no experience. But you got to ask yourself, what's the reality of you making six figures with no experience necessary in this industry? Can it be done? Of course. Can you do it? Is the question. So don't let somebody pull you in to their coaching or mentorship program or any program where they leading with how much money you're gonna make and no experience needed. The learning curve when it comes to that is gonna vary from each individual person. And so I can't tell you what it's gonna be for you versus you because I don't know you. But the bottom line is don't let nobody sell you on how to make six figures in 4 months. You get to take the other 8 months and relax and kick it. That's not reality. We have people who've been in businesses for years who never got close to six figures and never will. That's just the true nature of what business is like. And people don't understand what you have to do to even make six figures. And so some of them will never do that. And then you got some people who not really try to make six figures, but they happy with the income they're making because everybody's not looking to be super rich or super wealthy to be happy or be successful. Only you can determine what success is for you. You have to determine that. It's going to be different for me versus the next person. And so don't let somebody else define what success looks like for you. You have to do that for yourself. So this here, what you're looking at right now is my tax preparation guide. Like I said, I wrote this back in 2020 as COVID hit. When COVID hit, there was a lot of people just didn't take action at all who want to start their own tax preparation business, and that was sad. That would never happen to me because the passion, the love, and desire I have for this industry is more powerful and stronger than anything that's out there in this world. And this has to be if I'm for me to still be here 21 years later in this industry. So if you decide to join my mentorship and coaching program, these are some I'm gonna give you the what of what you'll get if you join me. Number one, I'm gonna help fast track your success in this industry because you're gonna be working with somebody who has the training, the insight, support, and the information needed to give to you that you can take action on that's gonna help you get there. Based on you have to learn this stuff on your own. And see, I specialize in working with new people. That's my jam. That's my area of expertise is work with new business owners who want to start a career in business in this industry. That's who I specialize in working with because that's my forte. So I'm gonna be able to ask you certain questions right away to see what we need to do for you to help you get started and get you set up. I got people gonna wait till May of 2023 to work with me, which is ridiculous, but it is what it is. The purpose of investing in a mentor and a coach is to help guide you and to help you to learn how to operate and create a successful business for yourself through their leadership and guidance and support and insight. That's what I'm here to help you do. So with these 7 days left in this month, I can help you get all the paperwork needed put in place and processed and be waiting for approval while we got you in tax preparation training, while we got you in professional software training. All those things get done simultaneously. That's because I know what to do. I know what questions to ask you right away. And that's because my experience in this industry has allowed me to do so. Me being a business owner for 15 years in this tax preparation career industry has positioned me to be able to ask you certain questions off the top that a manager or supervisor working for a company for the same amount of years would not necessarily know what to say or do to ask you about, because a lot of times it's not their responsibility to even have to know these things, because they're handled by certain people inside the business when it comes to that. So give you a perfect example. I took an H&I Block course a couple of years back just for the fun of it. We all filled out an application because that's what their whole goal is to try to get other preparers to be working for the upcoming tax season. And so when it comes to that, we had some people who had issues with getting their pizza. But see, with me being in this industry and being a business owner as long as I have, that's the first thing I'm going to ask you once you come into this tax preparation course, is to see, is everybody in this room filed a tax return within the last 7 years? And if I got a person who never filed a tax return at all, then those are the people I need to talk to and let them know what we need to do so we can help them get that pizza before the year ends. That's where my experience come in at. It's priceless. So if you want to get started, it makes no sense to wait till May, because what you'll get if you work with me now and take advantage of this opportunity I have, where you make a payment for $197 for 6 months and you work with me for 18 months to help build a solid foundation for success, is I'm going to have you to be able to work with me and make money while we get your credentials set up and approved. That's the benefit. Once your stuff get approved, which is the E-File Providers application, which is the EFA number that we'll use to purchase professional software and register with a third-party bank, that's the money. Those are the two. That's the application where you make your money from. The PTIN is what we get to help sign off on federal and state tax returns. But the money comes from having an EFIN, not from having a PTIN. But they go hand in hand, because you definitely got to have a PTIN to sign federal and state tax returns, especially if you're getting paid for it. And if you want to be a business owner, you got to have the EFIN that's going to position you to be one. We're going to set up your business credentials, either sole proprietorship, where we incorporate later based on your budget. And from there, you have an ID.me account, which gives you access to the E-File Providers application. I got a client now I'm working with in Maywood. We put an application in. We went over to the site and got her fingerprints registered. We got her fingerprints scheduled. She went to go get her fingerprints done on October 5th. And 3 weeks later, she had her EFIN letter in the mail. That was quick, because normally it's 45 to 60 days. And everybody's going to be different when it comes to how quick they process that. So she's good to go. She's ready. Now we're working on getting her business account set up, because of certain aspects of that you got to have filed the paperwork to get a business account. She has our EIN number, which is employee identification number. She has that. But she needs a assumed name certificate, because if you're doing business using a name other than your own, you need that. So we took care of that. Now we're going to add the paper for 3 weeks, which is going to allow us to get the assumed name certificate from the county clerk's office in Chicago. That certificate, along with the EIN letter and her ID, will allow her to go back to her Chase Bank and get her business account opened up. These are the things I already know how to do in my sleep. These are the things I'm going to ask you off top and carry you through and guide you through to make it happen. This year, a much older lady. She's in her 70s. So it's a lot of stuff that I actually do for her, but we're on a live Zoom call where she gets to see what I'm doing. For my much younger clientele who don't need that type of hands-on help, a lot of these different things they do on their own with my guidance. So if you want to get started, you want to take action, you want to make you some money for the upcoming tax season while working with me, and at the same time getting your paperwork ready and approved, the time is to take action right now. Because if you take action right now, and if you got questions and concerns, because everybody who worked with me so far for these last 2 years do, so you can call me at 773-782-1320. After I get off this video, we can talk, we can chat. I can answer all your questions. I can paint the picture of a realistic picture of what it's going to take for you to make it happen for yourself. And from there, we can start getting into training and we can make it happen. That's how quick and simple it can be based on what I know. You trying to start your own tax preparation business and not have a clue on what direction you're going is the problem. You can't make it happen like I make it happen because you don't have the experience, you don't have the training, you don't have the insight, you don't have the information. Now, if I told you go to irs.gov and do these things I'm just talking about right now, you couldn't do it. You know why you couldn't do it? Because everybody who I work with couldn't do it. Because this is an aspect of doing business and getting your business set up that if you haven't done it already, you can't go back and do it again. You have to already have prior knowledge and training on how to make that happen. Now, you might luck up and be able to go get your ID.me account because they got a search bar on irs.gov where you can type in ID.me. It'll bring up some information. You click on the link. It'll take you over there. You can create your account, make that happen. Boom. Once you get the account open, now we have access to the e-file provider's application and the EFA number we're trying to get that's going to get us professional software and register with a third-party bank. The reason you want to give it a third-party bank because we have taxpayers who file in taxes who fall into the middle and low-income family tax bracket when it comes to the money they make, who have children who all walk away with nice-sized refunds, who are not used to paying out of pocket. They're going to Jackson Hewitt, H&R Block Liberties, and independent tax firms for years, never paying out of pocket because they always got nice-sized refunds. So you want to position yourself in the same way to do business with people who will get nice-sized refunds, because if you don't, you will not make no money with these people because they will not pay out of pocket because it makes no sense to pay you when they get the $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 refund and they can have it taken out of there like they've been getting it done from all the other places they've used to going. So if you want to compete in the marketplace and position yourself to be able to do what all the other tax firms are doing when it comes to getting clients who are going to get a refund, who will have no out-of-pocket expense, you must have professional software and register with a third-party bank to make it happen. All these things that I'm talking about are simple because I've done them for so many years. But they're not simple to you because you're new, you don't have a clue on what's happening. I have people all the time who take the tax preparation course, and once they finish, they don't know what to do next. What to do next is not rocket science. What to do next is real simple, and that's keep learning, keep growing. That's what you do next. Because the class you took, based on where you took it at, was just a beginner course where you really didn't learn much. You really didn't retain much because, number one, it's new to you. It takes years to learn this and to get this and have this become a part of you where you can actually answer questions on the spot from people who don't have some questions and be able to know with confidence that you answer them correctly. You want to become knowledgeable because people come to us for the knowledge they think we should have when it comes to tax preparation. That's why people come to us. Because if that's the case, they can do them themselves. You got some people who A, can't do them and they ain't trying to learn. And you got some people who've tried and failed who just understand I need to just get paid to get them done. It's real simple. So when it comes to my mentorship and coaching program, you got 18 months to work with me. I fast track your success because I'm going to be able to get you set up real quickly. I'm going to help you to build a profitable business in your first season. But the key to all that will be you taking the necessary actions inside of your business to get the results you say you want to get. That's why the average person won't make six figures in their business ever, because they won't do what it takes to make six figures. And six figures is not hard, but you got to be positioned correctly. You must know the numbers. You must know the tasks and things you need to do to help you to make that. And if we keep it simple from a numbers game only, if you say you charge $450 for self-employed and small business returns, then you ask yourself, how many people do I have to do for $450 to add up to six figures? That's the question you ask on a simple example like that. So when it comes to my mentorship and coaching program, starting in 2023, I'm going to be offering some different ways for people to work with me. I'm going to give people the standard way, and that's the way I first got started, where I'm charging $2,000, which that'll go up in January to $2,500 minimum, which includes free professional software, free tax preparation training, free software training, all the tools and resources you need to work virtually as well as locally. All the other perks that come with it that we won't necessarily talk about in this video, but we talk on a one-on-one Zoom call. So if you want to know more, you want to take action now, and you're ready, and you're sick and tired of making excuses, you're sick and tired of not taking action, you're sick and tired of letting life get in the way and stopping you from starting the business you say you want to have, call me up. Let's talk, let's chat, let's see if I'm the right person for you. Because there's a lot of people out here doing what I do, but they not necessarily doing it the way I do it, no more than I'm doing the way they do it. But I know one thing. I'm going to paint the realistic picture on what you can do and what you can make financially. I'm not going to sell you with the six-figure dream with no experience. I'm not about to do that to you. That's not my story. That's not what I'm going to do. Now, what I did in my first season, while I was still working for Jackson Hewitt back in 2006, I generated $40,000 in 3 months, $5,000 in a day, working in home in the basement, living with my grandmother. Because I already had my tax preparation business set up, I was able to print checks. I was able to give out prepaid cards. I was able to do direct deposit. I was able to do the loan program. Back then it was called Money Now. And so I just simply put the word out there to people who knew of me, who gave me an opportunity to do business with, where I was able to generate that type of income. So the income I did is not guaranteed on pie. The average person is not going. The people I'm working with right now, ain't none of them gonna make $40,000 in 3 months. They just not. Because number one, all of them brand new, so they learning this. But is it possible? Yeah. If they go out there and do what I'm telling them they need to do from a marketing standpoint, yeah, they can make $40,000. But I ain't gonna say they might do it in 3 months. The bottom line is, if they can make it in 8 months or 10 months or 12, that's still good. So when it's all said and done, I got a special going on the software that I'm selling. I'm giving away 2 years for the price of one, which means you can get 2 years worth of this software for $1,295. But what we do is we jump on a live Zoom call where I walk you through a couple of simple scenarios to show you A, how user-friendly it is, B, how easy it is to navigate and learn from. And if you feel the same way like I feel about it, because I don't sell and promote products and services that I don't believe in. And then I help you purchase the software. You can either make a one-time payment of $12.95, or you can put down 40% and pay the balance off during tax season. So if you're ready to take action, you're ready to make it happen for yourself, and you want a trusted advisor, a trusted leader, a trusted business owner like myself that has your best interest at heart, that's gonna help you make this happen. We ain't gonna play no games. We ain't gonna tell you no lies. We ain't gonna mislead you with no hype. But just give you the straight truth on what I did, sharing my experiences, how I made it happen, and see if we can position you to do the same. See if we can position you to get similar results. Reach out to me, because 7 days left in this month. Hopefully, before this month is out there, release the due date for the upcoming tax season, which hopefully will start in January. A lot of the credits that we had are gone, so we're going back to calculating the returns like we used to before the COVID hit. So a lot of tax return refunds will drop down, but it's not going to be something to the point where it's going to stop people from coming in and getting their taxes done, because we're talking about middle class to low income families with children who getting refunds anyway. Due to the COVID, we just got extra money that helped us out during these trying times, and we got to look at it as being that. So if you want to get started, you want to take advantage of this special promotion I got, because it's going to end on January the 1st. The six payments of $197 will end on January the 1st of this year. So if you haven't got with me before then, the work with me is going to cost you more, because I'm not about to do any more special promos in 2023 at all. Because like I say, I'm revamping how I'm doing my mentorship and coaching program. I'm giving people different options when it comes to working with me, and letting them choose the best option for them based on the information given. Have a great day. I'll see you in my next video.